Viewers, we bring you these visuals where you can see the BJP Tamil Nadu State President Annamalai, who's flogging himself and walking barefoot. As you can see over here, Annamalai is standing shirtless in a green veshti. This is outside his Coimbatore residence as he wields a white whip before a crowd of BJP supporters who even try to stop him. Many of whom, as you can see, are carrying placards that read, "Hang accused Gnaneshekaran. Don't you have any shame, Stalin?" And "Shame on you, Stalin" is the hashtag on one of those placards as well. Annamalai has called his self-flagellation a part of Tamil culture, that is to surrender to a higher power and punish oneself for justice. In fact, Annamalai has vowed to walk barefoot until the DMK is ousted from power in Tamil Nadu. This as he whips himself, and he did so 6 times on Friday morning. He claimed that it was the first of his acts of atonement for the DMK government's inefficiency in the Anna University sexual assault case. Remember, in which a man identified as Gnaneshekaran is accused of sexually assaulting a student and even attacking her male friend inside the campus. It happened on 23rd of December in Chennai. After the self-flagellation, Annamalai addressed the media and even accused the police and the state machinery of trying to shield the accused and expressed his utter shock at the leak of the FIR. Annamalai also alleges that the DMK government did not utilize the Nirbhaya fund and that women and children are not safe in Tamil Nadu. Many are calling this as a move which blurs the lines between protest and performance. And brings us to the question, as far as Annamalai's penance protest is concerned, is this a fight for justice or a political stunt? On that note, BJP and AIADMK have alleged that Gnaneshekaran is the deputy organizer of DMK's Sedai East student wing and that he has been photographed with top DMK leaders including MK and Udayanidhi Stalin. That's also the other charge that's coming in is that the Bharatiya Janata Party has alleged that the accused arrested for the sexual assault of this 19-year-old Anna University student is a DMK functionary. Now, the second charge that they are saying is that the accused has a criminal past and has allegedly formed close ties with a DMK worker or has been inducted into the party despite his criminal history. The third charge is that they further have in fact slammed the DMK of recruiting repeat offenders with ongoing criminal behavior. The repeat offender label implies that Gnaneshekaran has a history of involvement in unlawful activities or other offences as well. The fourth charge is that BJP and AIADMK have alleged that all cases registered against this accused are being suppressed and that he's getting leeway by not being categorized as a history sheeter as the cops do not investigate the existing cases against him due to pressure from the local DMK leaders and ministers, which is now allowing him to commit further crimes. Now, let me also take you through the questions that are being raised against the state government despite his arrest, because this man has a criminal record including over 15 cases of theft, even robbery. The accused has been involved in an assault of another student as well. The accused has also assaulted victims' friends. He had threatened the victim earlier. So with Annamalai flogging himself and walking barefoot, is it a fight for justice or a political stunt? That's the question we'll in fact be posing to our guests in just a bit.
Flogging ourselves, what we call whipping, what we call satayadi in Tamil, is only a process of surrendering to the higher power, surrendering to the God. And removing to the chapel, I have taken this decision with a lot of consideration because coming 2026, our goal should be to remove DMK from power and to regain Tamil Nadu's lost glory.
On that note, let me introduce our esteemed panelists today. I'm joined in by Mr. Narayanan Tirupati, who is the spokesperson for the Bharatiya Janata Party. I'm also joined in by Mr. Sumant C. Raman, who's an author as well. I'm also expecting Mr. Pulla Rao in just a bit. But if I could begin with you, Mr. Tirupati, the question is, I was really stunned when Annamalai said that we are surrendering to the higher powers today. And that's why I want to ask you, will surrendering to the higher powers do away with the rising crime and the increasing lawlessness in Tamil Nadu?
See, in the last 3.5 years, the lawlessness in Tamil Nadu has been very, very, very high, and it is law and order is deteriorating like anything. We have been saying so many things, right from Kallakurichi, then Marakanam, murder in Hosur, murder in Tirunelveli. Each and every district, murders are happening every day. Crime rate is increasing. So, Mr. Annamalai was very, very clear yesterday saying that the 3.5 years this government has failed, those in power has failed. So there is no other way except to call God, ask God to come here and see to it that this government is gone. That is what Mr. Annamalai had said very clearly. And that is the reason. It is a custom in Tamil Nadu. It is a tradition in Tamil Nadu. It is a way of worship in Tamil Nadu. We have got each and every village temples. If you go, it happens everywhere. And that is the reason Mr. Annamalai has decided to flog himself. And we are, in fact, a lot of people are fasting for life until death. So there are so many things. He has taken this decision very consciously, stating that this government has failed, and the only God can save this Tamil Nadu from the clutches of the Dravida model DMK, which has definitely not bothered about management, not bothered about administration, not bothered about Tamil, not bothered about Tamil Nadu. And because it is very evident from the present case that the no action has been taken against anyone in the university.
And that is why, Sumant C. Raman, I want to quickly bring you in. In those visuals, I also see a sense, the sense that I got was a very defeatist sense, It's also a helplessness over there. It's frustration of the people. Those visuals speak for themselves. But I'm sure many would agree that self-flagellation is not going to really be a solution for the problems that are plaguing Tamil Nadu. But Sumant C. Raman, today the Madras High Court has also raised some very valid questions, and those are also to do with the allegations that the BJP is hurling, which is that the FIR has been drafted in such a way that it in fact questions the victim rather than questioning the accused, and gives greater leeway to the accused to escape.
Look, this is a serious crime, and the law and order situation in Tamil Nadu has consistently been deteriorating.
I'm glad you say that.
But the tragedy of the whole thing is this is actually is playing into the hands of the DMK, because the entire issue of the Anna University sexual harassment case has now been shifted to this man doing these theatrics in front of the cameras. And I'm sorry to say this, a responsible politician would have taken the government to court, would have organized mass protests in a peaceful manner, and not this kind of drama that we are seeing. Look, my point is very simple. Mr. Annamalai has consistently made charges against the DMK without once doing anything to hurt the DMK by dragging them to court. He released DMK files. He said that these are evidences of huge corruption against the DMK.
I see Pulla Rao wants to make a point. Mr. Pulla Rao, I want to take a rebuttal from Mr. Tirupati as well. But Mr. Pulla Rao, please go ahead and many are calling this sheer theatrics. And I think Sumant C. Raman's making a point by saying that if you're responsible as an opposition, drag them to the courts.
Not only that, I'd like to add something to what Mr. Raman said. Is this what the largest political party in India can this offer this kind of politics? The largest political party in India, what Mr. Raman said, I entirely endorse. BJP is the biggest party in India. You should take action. You should go to court. You should bring a law. You are 10 years of government in Delhi. You should bring a law. You should make it a central law. Take serious action. Nobody Nobody should occupy the moral high ground. We are all against this. I am sure Mr. Raman, millions of people, we find this helplessness. And I don't think the biggest political party in India, this is the solution they offer. I'm sorry. If somebody else has a better idea, I'll apologize.
All right. Narayan Tirupati, also, going by the allegation that's coming from the BJP is that the Nirbhaya fund is not being utilized adequately. Women and children are unsafe. Why isn't the centre ensuring that these funds are utilized? Crack the whip on these state governments.
No, that's what. The centre has very clearly stated that these funds were not utilized. See, that is what Mr. Annamalai had said. Whatever fund we give, they don't utilize. And they say that this fund has not come, that fund has not come. Last 3 years, you don't speak about the local problems. You have people like Sumansi Raman and Mr. Pulla Rao stating that just they want to.
But how is self-flagellation? In my head, what I see over there in those visuals of self-flogging over there that's taking place, I see a very defeatist-looking man who was in fact such a fiery personality who did help the Bharatiya Janata Party make inroads in Tamil Nadu. And today I see this, and I am actually left wondering, where is the BJP headed in the state?
No. See, this is absolutely, I don't know how you see. I cannot answer for how you view and how you view his face. I am telling you, Mr. Annamalai was at his firebrand speech yesterday.
Absolutely.
He had very, very clearly stated that this government has failed in all counts. And this is the way we have to take awareness to the people, because it is our custom. It is our tradition.
But Narayan Tirupati, even if it is tradition, you must remember the people of Tamil Nadu look towards Annamalai and other opposition parties for hope. You are to give them hope.
This is the hope. We believe in God. Even if the God has to come and remove this government. That is what we are saying. The God has to teach this government good things. This government has totally failed. The chief minister is sleeping. That is what we are saying.
Absolutely they have failed. Absolutely they have failed.
See, Akansha, the higher education minister here, Mr. Govishan, says that this is a personal issue of that girl. What is this? Is it not shameful? It has happened in the campus of the government of Tamil Nadu. And that is why Mr. Annamalai was very, very, very clear. He has asked, he has literally spitted on them, and he has said that is it not shameful? That is what he has asked. And that is the reason he says this government has failed in all fronts. Vai Gopal Sami, a close associate of this DMK, they say that the police has done everything. It has leaked the information.
Tirupati, Annamalai was somebody who always invoked optimism. Today, this imagery is really working against the kind of optimism that he brought. Let me bring in Sumansi Raman.
When people in power are letting us down, we have to pray to the God that you come here. It may come in way of Mr. Annamalai. God will come in way of Mr. Narendra Modi, Mr. Amit Shah.
Sumansi Raman. Exactly. If you see God-like figures in a Narendra Modi or in a Mr. Amit Shah, they've exercised their powers to perhaps achieve that status in the eyes of some people. That's what you expect from an opposition figure like Mr. Annamalai. All right. Yes, Sumansi Raman.
The one thing that I can't understand is why the BJP has no faith in the judicial system. They should be taking the government to court. No, please ask Mr. Narayanan to give me a list of cases in the last 3.5 years that they have filed against this government. This entire thing is a diversion. It is meant to divert attention and bail out the DMK government. And this is nothing but political theatrics, and it's a circus. And I'm sorry, but that is what it is. If they had any intention of really targeting the DMK government, they will be filing cases against them. Let me tell you what the DMK did when the AIA-DMK was.
We have gone to the court, even to the Supreme Court many times. We have gone even to the Supreme Court many times, and we have taken a decision in our favor. If you want, I will give you a list.
Pulla Rao, I want to quickly bring you in on the fact that this entire incident it's in fact a double whammy of sorts, because it's happened with a female student. The second point that I want to make is that it's happened in a premier institution like Anna University that comes under the state government. What does it speak of the condition of education. No, don't interrupt me. Let me tell you, the lawlessness is to this degree. CCTV cameras are not working. Look at the moralizing behavior of men on streets. They see a woman with a man and they think it's their birthright to go and sexually assault her.
Let me tell you one thing. Nobody is defending any individual scoundrel who talks like that, who did that. It is a system which has to work. We condemn any horrible act.
The system did not work. You have to stop the crimes. The government and the
Mr.
police
Pulla
have to
Rao,
stop the crimes.
instead
This
of,
is happening.
while I don't, I may
talk.
personally not agree with what Annamalai is resorted to. Mr. Pulla Rao, what is condemnable? No. I want to ask you, do you agree or not that what's happening in Tamil Nadu is condemnable? The actions of the Tamil Nadu police, the actions of the state government under Mrs. Stalin, the acts are as horrific as the actions of that accused.
Absolutely. But there are ways to fight this. What we are saying is,
No, you don't teach us how to fight. You don't teach us how to fight.
Is this the way to fight? I disagree there. That's why.
This is our way to fight. What is your problem?
This is not, that is, look at the scene. Like what I have felt was the president of the biggest party in India of a state, if this is the only recourse, I don't think it's correct. You
Right.
can go to court,
And
you can agitate.
you've made your point.
Let
Suman
me ask
Siraman,
you a question.
no. You don't ask me my question. That's my job. I want to ask you, why hasn't the DMK stepped out in the open, come up with on record to explain what is this man, the accused, doing with Udayanidhi Stalin?
They have already explained it. They
And
have
that's
said
why
that anybody
they
can
don't
get
even
photographed
send.
with anybody.
Oh wow.
My point.
Suman Siraman, no, answer my question. Answer my question. Every day, yesterday, I did not.
DMK in this issue.
Narayanan Tirupati, I'm making a point. Please let me make the point.
Can
Suman
I
Siraman, no,
make a
you have to
point?
listen to me.
Can I
Suman
make a
Siraman, no.
point?
Suman
Yes, I'm
Siraman,
listening to
I have
you.
a sore
I'm
throat.
listening
Please
to
let me
you.
make a point.
Yes, I am
DMK
listening
is
to
not
you.
sending their spokespersons. Why? Why are they not sending their spokespersons on the show?
They are not spending their spokesperson because they are not able to defend this. They cannot. There is nothing to
But
defend
the
here.
Suratharaman is able
And
to
the
defend
police.
this.
No. I am talking about the circus that is being show that is being
Then
put up by the
what are- you are saying
BJP
the
to
DMK
bail
is
out the
explaining.
All right,
DMK.
we've
You are
already
saying
discussed
the
that
DMK
circus.
You are-
Go ahead
you are
and
bailing
take.
out-
What is the
You
DMK
are
has
bailing
explained?
out the
This
DMK,
man is
sir.
with
You
Udayanidhi
are
Stalin and
bailing
the
out the
Subramaniam.
DMK.
How can you
You
say
are
the DMK has
diverting the
explained?
attention.
Who are you to say that?
Your state president
The
is helping
police has to
divert
stop
the
the
attention
crime.
and helping the party. You are helping divert the attention
No,
of
that
the
is
people
your view, sir.
to
You
this.
always confuse
I'm
yourself and
sorry.
confuse everyone. This is what you
I am
do.
sorry, sir. Everyone
We
knows
are
You
this.
know,
doing-
Suman
we
Siraman,
know
it would.
what- how
Okay,
to
Narayanan
fight.
Tirupati, let me just, nothing is coherent right now. It's all cacophony. Suman Siraman, while you've attacked Annamalai, and I also don't agree to this kind of spectacle, but I would have also appreciated you condemning the state of lawlessness
I
in Tamil Nadu.
condemned. What did I start with? I started, my first sentence was law and order is deteriorating.
Just
The
that.
point is the BJP is actually helping the DMK. If people can't see this, they must be blind. I'm sorry, but that is the fact.
Narayanan Tirupati, that
that
is
is-
a valid question, but the question is
No,
also
no.
Tell me,
all of
tell me-
opposition.
Wait, Akansha.
Akansha,
Tell me how
please try
many,
to
how
understand.
many cases
This is our
CBI,
Tamil Nadu's culture.
ED,
Sumant
tell
Raman
me,
doesn't know what is Tamil
take
Nadu
all
culture
the
is.
opposition governments.
Akansha,
1 minute, sir.
Sumant
1 minute, sir.
Raman doesn't
Let me
know
finish.
what is Tamil Nadu's culture. We
I
are
don't know.
fasting.
Yeah,
You don't know.
Yes,
You
sir.
accept it. You
Yes, sir.
accept
Yes,
it.
sir.
And
1 minute.
There
One
are lot of ways how to do this. These customs. We walk in the
answer
fire.
my question.
We have fire
Answer
pots
my
in our hand,
question.
and we are
How many
fasting for
cases have you
48
filed?
hours.
How-
We have
how
filed
many
some
cases
even-
have you
Sir,
filed?
Kallakurthi case also BJP only filed
How
in
many
Judge CBI, sir.
cases?
Do you know
How
anything?
many
That's what I'm saying.
cases? 1
You
minute,
don't know
sir.
anything
1
and you
minute,
come
sir.
here and national level you
DMK
talk.
filed.
Even Kallakurthi
DMK
BJP
filed.
has challenged it. And we have taken CBI. We have taken CBI inquiry. Do you know that? Without knowing that, how can you
DMK
talk?
filed.
So much
DMK
list I can
filed.
give. And this
did
is
you
what
file a
you
case?
always want to
You
be
said
neutral. You
you're
always want to be
no
neutral.
neutral.
You will try to,
Nothing, sir.
as if you are the best person in the world.
Sir,
Don't do that. Now, a
please.
girl
All
has been
right,
What?
all
raped.
right.
A
Narayan
girl has been
Tirupati,
raped.
allow
How
me a
many
question.
cases have you filed?
Sumansi Raman, may
Did
I
you,
now
your
pose?
leader came out
May
with
I now
DMK
pose a
file.
question to Mr.
Why did
Tirupati?
you not take him to
Sumansi
court?
Raman, please do not compel me to turn off your mic if you will do this. Let me also be audible right now. I'm conducting this debate. Please let me do it. Narayan Tirupati, are you saying that the opposition is right now a mute spectator? Is it extremely helpless? Since July, we've been observing daylight murders of AIA DMK workers. We've seen one of the Congress. We've seen one from your very own party. The BSP state president being murdered. What is the opposition in Tamil Nadu doing? How do you ensure that you will be
Yes.
able to oust? How will you be able to oust Mr. Stalin in 2026? By self-flagellation?
No. See, first of all, you have to understand this. We have been doing demonstrations. We have gone to the court. Even Kallakurchi, we only went to the court and the CBI inquiry has been ordered. You have to understand this. So, Kallakurchi, my party president, Mr. Annamalai, was the first person to go there. He was the first person to go there and consult the people. Even in distress, everywhere, whatever the distress, everywhere in Tamil Nadu, Mr. Annamalai goes. And we are serving the public. We need to understand this. And each and every matter, including Armstrong. We have only pressurized the government to take action. And each and everything.
What action are we talking about?
You have to understand.
You ought to take those murderers to the gallows.
Akansha,
And I can't help but ask you that the opposition is just being a mute spectator in Tamil Nadu. If your workers have been killed under broad daylight, whether it is Congress, BJP, AIADMK, or BSP state president, it's deplorable.
A law and order is in the hands of the state government.
Right, and what are you doing as the opposition?
I will tell you. The police has to control the crime before it happens. That is why the police are there. And this is not happening because that is why Mr. Annamalai had said that politics have come into police department very badly. And that is what is happening. This particular person, Gnanasegaran, was in touch with the police. And he was a very influential person. The very big persons are involved. That is why we say that who is behind these things? Somebody is behind these things. And we see nobody has spoken about the mismanagement of the university. Why a third person was allowed inside? How can a person come inside? Number one. Number two, where were the CCTV cameras? What happened to the lights? So many things. But what happened to the security? Bring the security system. How many people were on the patrol? Nothing they have done. This government has failed.
Absolutely, it has failed.
No, 1 second.
Sumansi Raman.
How many times we have to
Let's
say?
not
How many
move
times
away
the
from...
Chief Minister should
Let
have
All right,
speak.
let me quickly listen to what
Let me
Sumansi...
speak.
Suman, go ahead.
56 out of 70 CCTV cameras were not working.
Exactly.
This was stated by the police commissioner. This is a heinous crime. The man who has been picked up, who's now the accused, was actually let off and then picked up again later. So what are we talking about? This is a massive failure. And worst of all, the FIR, which included the name of the victim with the phone number, was put up on the website. What are we talking about?
And
So
that's
there
exactly
has
the question
been
I'm going
a
to pose to...
serious-
That is what
No,
Mr. Annamalai has said.
instead of,
And you are saying that Annamalai is doing
instead
theatrics.
of,
You are doing
instead
theatrics here.
of,
No,
sorry,
but as a former top cop himself, Mr. Tirupati, this is what I expect. I don't expect him to go and flog himself.
So, no, what is your problem? We are fasting for 48 hours, 72 hours. What is your problem? This is one of my way of expressing my...
As long as it brings a solution.
One of my way of expressing that yes, the government has failed.
Pularao, I just want to bring you in for your closing thoughts. All right, I seem to have lost him, but since Sumansi Raman, you were talking about the role that the police has played over here, I want to ask you one thing. What gives the police commissioner the right to hold a press conference? Also, declare the identity of the victim, not to forget the fact that he goes on record to lie. He goes on record to lie that only one accused is involved and we have arrested that accused. That is not a question I am posing. That's the question that's been posed by the Madras High Court today.
One second.
No,
The police
even
in Tamil
before the
Nadu
IOI,
have become
the investigation
have
is
become a
completed,
law unto
he has
themselves.
committed.
Everybody knows that the police in Tamil Nadu have become a law unto themselves. There are large number of custodial deaths which have happened in the last 2 to 3 years. Again, the opposition has hardly done anything. The tragedy of Tamil Nadu
No,
today.
no, what
All
does he
right.
expect?
So you
have
do
a
agree
powerful
the
opposition.
protectors have now become the perpetrators. That is what Tamil Nadu is today. Many thanks to you, gentlemen, for joining in. And Mr. Tirupati, I think it's high time that the opposition get their act together instead of being mute spectators.